Greetings, viewers, anywhere you're watching us from. God bless you for tuning on to this channel. God bless you. My name is Siliman Prophet Kiman Emmanuel from Christ Gospel of Fire Ministry. I have a lot of revelations the Lord has shown to me concerning the nations of the world and also concerning our country, Nigeria. But I want to start first from the one within my country. It has been a while, and thank God for coming back today. God bless you as you listen today. God bless you. I am going to speak some things in parable. Our country, Nigeria, is going to experience a lot of darkness. There is a covering of dark cloud that has covered country Nigeria. Nigeria is floating in the air. We lost the previous election, okay? The winner of the election mandate was not given to him. As a result of that, the Lord is not happy. Jesus is not happy. Jesus wants to take over Nigeria spiritually, but he's not getting the results that he needed. Why? Because there is a lot of strong principality, a stronghold, strong power that is holding Nigeria as a country. And that power that is holding Nigeria as a country is holding Nigeria through politics. In the vision the Lord showed to me, I saw the man who happens to be the president, the current president we have now. I saw him on the side. Then I saw his colleague, who happens to be the one that lose election from Labour Party, called Peter B, on one side. And they placed two of them on the two sides. Then when I looked at the Peter Obi, I saw a crown, a very golden crown, big one, on his head. And I asked, what is this crown for? And the Lord said to me that the crown on his head is a crown of kingship. That he is the one that is meant to lead the country of Nigeria forward. That he will stand to lay the foundation. Others will take it from him. Then I saw the next person by my left hand side, who happens to be the current president of Nigeria now. And when I look at him, what I saw on him was all these beads they used to put on the kingmaker. You know, when you have a king, you have kingmakers. Then kingmakers are called shades or cabinets. So I saw a lot of beads on his hands and a lot of beads on his neck. But I didn't see the crown on his head. I asked the Lord, what are you showing me? But this happens to be the president. He said, yes, that he is our president, but he was not made a president. That he did not want him to be the president. And he was not meant to be the president to lead Nigeria. I said, what is the bead on his neck all about? They said, the bead on his neck is a bead of a kingmaker. That means he is meant to be among the cabinet that makes the king. He is meant to be among the people that we put together the activities of Nigeria and choose who is going to lead. He is not supposed to be the president. He is supposed to be one of the stronghold of people that make the president. He's supposed to be the voice that makes president. There are those that are meant to lead. There are those that are meant to be the one choosing who leads. So he is among those that choose who lead, not to be among the leader. So he's the one to control who comes out, who to be chosen and who not to be chosen. So that was a post I saw in the spirit given to him. But presently, physically, in our country, Nigeria, that is not the post he's holding. Now, in our country, Nigeria is holding a post of the president. And the Lord said to me, look at the president, the born king, and look at the kingmaker. He's meant to crown him. But rather, the kingmaker is now the one wearing the crown. What do I think that will happen? I said, Lord, only you know it. Then he said that this is where there's going to be a problem. That the crown is not on the head of the owner who happens to be the one to lead. Therefore, that the country is going to experience years of darkness until when the crown is recovered back to the owner. Now, this sounds to be a proverb. I would like to speak them in proverb. Until the king is crowned, that means the true winner of election is elected. And the Lord said, because the mantle was not given to him and they declared him loser, does not mean that he lost. That he is still the king in the spirit world, and they recognize him and endorse him as a president. But there is going to be a lot of crisis within Nigeria until the Nigerian government do the right thing and do the needful. Please, this prophecy was not against anyone. It was compiled after many verifications to be sure. It was for the glory of God and for everyone to be wise. The people of Nigeria, my country, is going to face a lot of darkness. Don't expect things to go down for you. No policy will make things to go down. I saw things, because of this small mistake, things turn upside down in Nigeria. It was so fierce that people will be crying of hunger. And I begin to pray to the Lord to show us mercy. Show my people mercy. Then while I was pleading and begging for mercy, I saw something that came up, and I want to share it to you. I saw a marine lady, a queen of the coast. The queen of the coast appeared. It was like the Lord wanted to show mercy to turn things around. Then she appeared and said, no, the Nigeria has been serving her and doing her activities, that all the politicians have been serving her, doing her work. So Nigeria cannot use her and dump her. No, never. The Nigeria cannot go anywhere. That God should not interfere. The Nigeria belongs to her. So while she was busy lamenting and shouting, I saw another vision. I was carried from there to an airport. While I was in the airport, I saw a presidential flight landed at the airport. Then I saw people coming down from the airport. And all the people I was seeing coming down are men on abada and suits. Men on suits and men on abada clothes in our pronunciation. Believe you understand. And when I saw these people coming down from flight one by one, then I saw also the woman who happens to be the goddess of the sea, the queen of the coast, the fisher woman I saw earlier, also appeared at the airport at the same time. I was like, what is happening here? While I stood observing what was going on, the woman stood by the side of the flight, like when people are stepping down from the flight. So some people will be down waiting for them to greet them. So all the Nigerian politicians was coming down from flight at the airport. As they were coming down, each one of them were carrying a briefcase. Each of the Nigerian politicians carrying a briefcase in their hand. And while they were carrying the briefcase moving, then the woman was one corner there. And my greatest surprise is what I want to share with you. I saw every politician that stepped down from that flight get to where she is. They shake her hand and they hand over the briefcase. One by one, each of the politicians, Nigerian politicians that came down from the flight, we are busy handing over a briefcase to that fisher woman. I said, Lord, are they aware? He replied that even though they know, they can still do nothing about it. That they have been enslaved like this for a long time. That they have been doing the deed of this woman. Then I asked, what about the briefcase they are handing over to her? And the woman shouted that that briefcase is her only word. That every Nigerian politician and Nigerian government is working for her. That Nigerian belongs to her. That nobody takes Nigerian away from her. And every politician in Nigeria work for her. And they also return a tribute to her. That the briefcase they are giving to her is her own share of the money that they are collecting from the government. And when they are done working with the contracts, they will come and give her her own share. I was shocked when I heard it. It was so painful. So the woman was angry. Then Christ also was there watching. And he said to me, this is the problem that my country is inside. That I have to let them know that they should stop working for this woman so that they will regain their country back. And those of us that want our country back, the country will not come back the way you are saying it. It will come back only by force or by aggressiveness of intervention of God.
So, beloved, I believe we all heard what the man of God has to say concerning our nation, Nigeria, and what is happening in the realm of the spirit and what happened during the presidential election 2023. As you all know, what went down. He's trying to give us a review of what God is saying concerning in the realm of the spirit, like what really happened and why things are like that and why Peter Obi is not the one sitting on the presidency seat and Tinubu. So this video is a whole lot, but I'm going to break it down into session. And before I continue, please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly pause this video, subscribe, comment, like, share, and also don't forget to turn on the post notification bell to get notified so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always tuning in. And thank you for always watching my videos. God bless you as you do that all the time. So let's get into the video bit by bit. First of all, the man of God talks about how Tinubu is not supposed to be the one sitting there. It's supposed to be Peter Obi. That Tinubu, what his assignment is meant for is to be a king maker, not a king. You understand? That he's supposed to be part of those cabinets that elect kings or um mount a king on a position. So he went further to explain how God took him, how God gave him that particular visions and a whole lot. That is why Nigeria is facing what Nigeria is facing. As you all know, Tinubu has produced 23 governors, and he's one of those people, those fathers that put people in positions. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go and make your research very well. So, as you all know, Tinubu is good in bringing people to board. If you remember the situation of President Muhammadu Buhari, you know what I'm talking about. That incident, how he came into power, and how Tinubu said, "Okay, if I have been bringing people into power, there is no problem. But when it comes to 2023 in Nigeria, I'm going to be the president of Nigeria by that time. I will rule Nigeria, whether you people like it or not, whether by force, by fire, by crook. All I know is that it is going to be my turn to actually sit or be recorded in history that I was one of the presidents in Nigeria from so period to so period. As you all know, Jagaban is quite old, and one thing I love about him is that he's ambitious. This man is a go-getter. He doesn't care whether his age, his level of qualification, or anything. Once he sets his mind on something, he's actually going to get that thing done. And I love such people. But my problem is that he's not actually getting things done for us Nigerians because we have been crying from one um fry pan to fire, fry pan to fire, fire to fire. Like it has been like that for the past 9 years, and nothing is being done about it, which is a lot. It's a lot of pill to actually swallow in. But we are pushing by the grace of God. Because if it is not God, I don't know what will become of us or what will be our case or our situation at the end of the day. Because Nigeria right now is a tug of war. There are lots of terrorism in the country happening back and front, and I feel like the authorities are not doing anything about it, not to prevent it, because this is just a whole lot. It is a whole lot for me, and I don't know about you, but I know that one day, God is going to put a smile on our faces, and God is going to change the situation of things on ground by the grace of God. And please, don't mind my voice. I know my voice is rusted and a bit cracky right now. I'm having cold and it's kind of a bit serious, but I just have to come and make this video for you guys. So please, try to support me by subscribing, by sharing this video. You know how I'm feeling, but I still take out my time to stay create content for you guys to be able to consume, for you to know what is happening in Nigeria and what God is saying and what is happening in the realm of the spirit also, because this men of God, they sees visions and they come to tell us what God has revealed to him and how things needs to be put in place, and the agent of darknesses that are fighting us. In the case of this video, you will hear that part. Yeah, I believe you've heard it, but we're going to explain it together. And if you have any better understanding, or you have something to contribute to help people, please do well to actually share this video. Okay, that is what I can say to that. And also, don't forget to leave your opinion and thoughts at the comment section below. So let's get into the video bit by bit. So as the man of God was talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he's not supposed to be there, Peter Obi is supposed to be there, and I began to ask myself that, okay, this election is done and dusted. There's nothing anybody can do. And we agree. We are all waiting for 2027 to see what is going to be the fate of a lot of Nigerians at the end of the day. Because if it is not God, if it is not the will of God for him to actually sit there, or if it's the will of God, then at the end of the day, things change. One thing I always tell people is that um God proposed and man disposed. God can say, let there be this thing. At the end of the day, people are going to do everything within their power to make sure that that particular thing do not happen. And with the help of the power of darkness, because they have actually seen it and said that, okay, this thing is actually going to happen like this. And it will change a lot of situation in this country called Nigeria. It will put a lot of problem to rest, and finally people will rejoice. See, I don't think in the face of this earth, any country in this world that prays like Nigeria, but it's as if we are stuck. We are stagnant, like this gutter water that does not flow. It's just one place, and with a lot of gems and all those things. That is what the situation of our country and beloved nation Nigeria is right now. And at this point, I would say that Nigeria is not just operating just by wicked politicians, it's under a dark force. And mind you, prophecies have confirmed it that yes, this is it. And this video is an example of that for you guys to actually understand that yes, forces are fighting Nigeria in a way that me and you cannot see, but we can feel their wrath at the end of the day. Because just imagine, if Nigeria is not a nation after God's heart, if Nigeria is not so blessed the way it is, why would the agent of darkness be fighting Nigeria? In as much as agents of darkness are fighting, some countries are fighting to have Nigeria at the palm of their tip, if you understand what I mean. So that should tell you the level of what we carry. But a lot of things are just bad. In as much as we complain about bad politicians, and these people have signed an agreement, a covenant that you and I don't even know about. Some of them don't know, just like he said in this video, and the things they do. What if you make your money, send it outside? That is the rule, that is the agreement. There are a lot of things that we don't really understand that are happening, and we need to actually ask for God's interventions, because if it is not God, tell me where we're going to be at the end of the day. But I know for sure that God is in control. And then he talks about his encounter with a marine spirit and what she does at the airport when the presidential plane landed, and ministers, senates, and presidents were coming down, and then they were handing over their briefcase to that particular marine spirit. And it is a lot to actually digest, because I began to wonder, I began to ask myself that God, when are we going to be under this bandage, be bondage at the end of the day? How long? How long? How long, God? Because people are suffering. Prices of commodities are going. Cost of living is just something else. It seems like you're just working to get your daily bread. At the end of the day, you suffer, 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 then you are gone from the face of the earth. You're gone. Could it be a covenant that a lot of people are in that is causing this situation? I was always asking that, and this confirmed my thoughts and wonders in my brain, thinking what is happening, what is doing, like this is it. Because I know that it's not ordinary. The problem of Nigeria, indeed, it is spiritual, and we really need to pray. When I say pray for Nigeria, I know a lot of people feel like, me, I don't want to pray anymore. Me, I'm tired. Whatever want to happen, let it happen. You pray, nothing changes. Just look at how we all came out to cast our vote. At the end of the day, they gave it to who they want to give it to. There's nothing like democracy in Nigeria. Nothing is working anymore. Me, I'm not going to, like, ah, there's a problem, bro. There's a big problem. And it's high time we all come together and say that, okay, this is what we can do. Prayer is the only weapon we have to fight against this agent of darkness hovering over our nation, trying to crumble everything. I know that a lot of countries are experiencing economic crisis, but I feel like we are the giant of Africa according to what we say and according to what people say. That title, it's not just an ordinary title, but a lot of things are just going bad instead of going good for us, which for me, I say, Baba God, it's only you that can save us. So it's only you that can actually do this thing for us. If you don't do it, where are we going to go to? Where are we going to continue to suffer like this? It's like the children of Israel. But this one is in our own land. We are suffering by our own people. The suffers are being inflicted on us by our people. So what is going to be our fate, God? Please do something. And please, let's not hesitate to pray. Let's not give up on our nation. Let's not say because it doesn't concern us, you are not a politician, you don't have a family member there, you don't have to pray for them, because some of them are under some powerful forces that they know nothing about. They don't have any idea. All they do is just to follow. Do am like this, they go do am. Do am like that, they go do am. Now wetin some people dey follow na some people dey do at this point. But one thing I know for sure is that God is actually going to come to our aid. One thing is for God to reveal something, another thing is to give a permanent solutions. And I feel like at this point we know what the solution is to go down on our knee and pray. See, pray without ceasing, pray without evidence. God is in control and God remain God. Whether Nigeria comes to an end or he continues to boom, God would still remain God. That is one thing we need to get clear and do where to pray for our beloved nation. That is just what I want to share with you. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one. And please do well to share this video.